So much juice. Ah, yes. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Look at this. Oh my goodness. Papaya always amazes me. Like, I know I'm a weirdo, but I just love it. I just love how nature is. Look at this. These things look like little fish eggs. Not that that's helping at all with this, but I'm just saying. It's so good. Yeah, I know it's good when I start dancing. Right. Okay, I'm gonna try to save this piece for post. And what they do for our blood. So like, even in my hair right now, I'm like small bites. What papaya seeds do for our uterine area. They were used as a birth control in some areas. Some areas of the world. And that's the thing about fruit. Like, you can't just be eating all the fruits just pretty. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get up in there. Okay. Shut up. Come on now, flies. I'm just trying to eat real quick. So it's kind of like a fruit mukbang, right? Yeah, I have been in such a good mental state. Like, if you follow any of my other pages, you see me say this all the time. You see me talk about graduating all the time, because I really believe that in this life there's levels. I've been understanding this since I was like 6 years old, okay? So there's levels to this life. And we grow every single year, unless you might have had like a tragic death or something that has stopped you and slowed you down. Every single year we're growing. I'm not even the same girl I was 3 months ago, okay? And so this month I've definitely been in this graduation. I definitely graduated, okay? I graduated about 3 times this year. It's my 3rd time. And I just love where I'm at mentally. I've been really doing my mental work. I've been really consistent meditating. This is probably the longest and most consistent I've been, which is, no, okay, I can't say that. Because on my way here, that was like a good 5 months, 6 month process, and I was definitely consistent then. But this is the 2nd time in my life that I've been consistent, besides when I was a child. And I won't even count that as consistency, because when I was a child and I was meditating, it was very natural. I did it on an accident. I didn't understand that it was meditation, so it's so different. But in my adult life, this is definitely the 2nd time in my life that I have been this consistent in going into different brain waves and really connecting with who I am. Wow, is that an eagle? Wow, let me try and show you guys this bird. I think it's an eagle. Hold on, let's see. Wow, look at that. I can't tell if it's an eagle, but it's a big bird. I don't even know if this camera is doing justice, but it's huge. Yeah, I have just been in such a good place mentally. Like, oh my God. When I say that you have really got to tap into bad things happening, what feels like a bad thing really being a good thing, it's so true. This bird is still here. Do another one. It's so true. It's so true that the perspective is everything. Like what you see. Oh my God. Oh, I can't do with the flies now. Y'all gonna have to come on now. But it's so true that what's happening versus what's happening in your world, like what you perceive as happening and what's really happening are two different things. And I mean, I don't want to sound like preachy, but it's the truth that things are not happening to us. They are happening for us. I cannot stress how many bad things, horrible, drastic, just the worst shit that you can think that could happen to a person. I cannot stress how many of those things have really ended up being some of the greatest things. Like, you know how many times bad things happen to us and we're able to say years later, months later, I'm so grateful that happened. I'm so grateful for that experience. If it wasn't for that experience, I wouldn't have met these people. Or if it wasn't for that experience, I wouldn't have learned this. I wouldn't be where I am right now. And that's not like some cliche, positive thinking thing. It's the fucking truth. It's the truth. You can't argue it with me, because I have been through enough things to know that when I come out of that thing, whether it takes me a few days, sometimes even in just one day, something that looks like a bad thing just for one day ends up being like, oh great, I'm so glad that happened, type shit. So I just love that about life. And I'm really grateful for, my journey thus far and understanding the power of perception, what things are. You're going to hear me say this 100 times, but scientists, neuroscientists have tested and proven that what we see is going on. We only see 1% of that. So what you think is happening in a situation, a scenario, you might have some drama with your mother-in-law. You might have a situation with your sister, your best friend, your spouse, and you can give all these details. When you're on the phone with your homies or your girl, whoever, your partner, and you're telling them about this situation, you're giving them all these 3D details. Oh yeah, this person said this and they did that and they did that, and all that for how you're reacting and everything sounds relevant. You might have somebody that's really good and wise on your team giving you advice. And the truth is that you're only seeing 1% of that. So when you're telling the story, you're only giving that 1% of what you see. The other 99% of a situation is we can't see it. It's blinded by our emotions, our past traumas, the things that we've been through, different scenarios that we've had with other people that seem similar, but it's not necessarily the same thing. So this is what is blind. 99% of the way that we're perceiving the world, it's not right. We're only seeing 1% of it. And a lot of you guys know that we're only using 5% of our brain. 5%. So the other 95% belongs to our subconscious, which is the part of the brain that we don't even realize is going on. Normally we're in our conscious state. Normally we're more in our beta brain wave, where we're calculating things and we're going off of logic and we're going off of 3D. We're going off of what things look like. Oh, I don't have this much money in the bank account. Oh, I'm dealing with this scenario. This person won't stop bothering me. That's what we're seeing. That's what's going on in the 1%. That's what's going on in our conscious 3D brain. But in the subconscious, behind the veil, on the other side, the side of our brain that is involuntary, doesn't need help to breathe, doesn't need help to, this is the part of our brain that when we're sleeping, when our conscious brain is not operating and we don't even know what's going on, our subconscious, 95% of our brain is what's running the operation. And I'm just so grateful to be able to understand, like tapping into this part of my mind, this, being on this level of my journey where I'm understanding the true definition. I mean, honestly, it's amazing. I have been talking about the conscious and the subconscious for many years now. I've been talking about the brain, and I've understood it. I've understood this to a way that might sound crazy to people because of my childhood. You can't tell me I was not doing this, because it was me. It was me. A lot of my closest loved ones know, like, I was meditating. I was tapping into my subconscious brain, and I don't know how. I don't know what made me do it. Ooh, you scared me. And so, yeah, I'm just really, really grateful for that. And it's why I don't sleep on children. That's why I tell you guys, ask your children if they remember their life before this life. Ask them if they remember being in your womb. Ask them if they know anything about this life. Because when I was a child, I knew. If an adult would have asked me that, man, they would have needed to put the camera on so I can tell them. Because when I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years old, I could really break down this matrix. The way I'm able to today, I could probably do it even better then, because I was getting these downloads as I was meditating, and it was telling me about a realm that is that we're in, that we have been here before, and how there's levels to this, and how we have to get our lessons and do our unfinished business, and all these different things, and how when we're done, we can go to other realms, and how much we're already there. You hear the term multi-dimensional. I'm a multi-dimensional being, but we don't understand that means that you are in multiple dimensions right now. These are things that Einstein and Nikola Tesla and lots of other, scientists that we know were speaking of, quantum physics and things like that. And I was understanding these things as a child. And so I'm just really grateful to really be stepping in. Like I said, there's levels. Every 11 months, our body gets new cells. Our entire body has brand new cells. Every 7 years, our brain has brand new cells. So I'm just really, I have so much gratitude for me being able to take advantage of these checkpoints in this game, these checkpoints in this life, where I'm really rejuvenating. I'm going along with the changes. Every 11 months, I'm a new woman. I am reborn again. Without knowing those facts, I can feel it. I can feel myself throughout my entire life growing and changing my mind and exploring and understanding what this journey is. And so I don't know, this might sound like rambling to some of you, to others, these are thoughts that you guys have had, and this is really helping you, okay? I don't know, but I just wanted to share this. I'm trying to get more used to just sharing naturally, because I know that I have things that I'm supposed to share with you guys, and I've always shared them in writing. I'm a writer. I'm a really good writer, and I can really articulate things and put them on paper or typing them out. And I'm just trying to do that now more in video and break it down the way I do. If you know me personally, this is not new conversation to you, okay? This is every day. This is daylight. So I'm just trying to put this on camera. I'm just trying to, give you guys these vibes on my channel, and let you guys know that if you've been in some of these thoughts, you're not alone. You're not alone in some of these thoughts, and your children, your beautiful, immaculate, very deep, spiritual, alpha brainwave children are having these same thoughts, and they're not able to talk to anyone about it. So, yes, that's what it is. Please do not hesitate to share, thumbs up, subscribe, hit the thanks button, and support this video if you want to see more content like this. And until next time, thank you for rolling with your sister. Peace.
I see you in the moonlight dancing, yeah. Only need one chance, girl, right here. One night stand, please don't have fear.